So within the last couple of months, I found a CED player at an estate sale and I got my laser active fixed. And that has led me down a rabbit hole. You're looking at two more Laserdisc players and a whole bunch of media that I've picked up in the last couple of months. So let's check them out. All right, so if you were paying attention to that opening video, you would have noticed two boxes of Laserdiscs, one box of CED discs, two Laserdisc players, which I actually pointed out to you, and then some collector's edition Laserdiscs that were kind of strewn about as well. This video is going to be solely about the Laserdiscs. I might cover the Laserdisc players, maybe if it comes up, but I haven't even tested them out yet, so I don't really have too much to say. I can just tell you why I ended up with them. But let's go ahead and get started with Laserdiscs. And the first lot I'm going to talk about came from Classic Game Fest, and it's kind of a travesty here, at least at the beginning, because as I was looking at them, they came in a U-Haul box. You probably saw it in the opening video, and there weren't enough discs to keep them all vertical, so they were all leaning to the side, and the U-Haul box had bowed, so a lot of the discs at the front are also kind of bent. So I have a feeling that some of these are going to be just completely ruined, or at least curved enough to where they're going to be affecting playback. So I might have to try to flatten them out with some books or something. But the first one here is Shane. As they are closer to the front, this was the frontmost one, you're going to see this bowing more and more obvious. So this disc, actually, I just noticed this while I was looking at this, the bowing. I noticed this thing here. It says video static ranges from slight to annoying. So to me, that just says laser rot. So it probably was already kind of screwed with laser rot. So the fact that this is the one in the most all the way to the front and it had the most bending probably is, all right, because it was already messed up. So this is Shane, a classic Western. I have to admit, I've never seen it, but I have heard about it. I will try to play it maybe if I don't feel like it's going to damage my Laserdisc players. And yeah, that's the first one. So I bought this whole lot from a guy at Classic Game Fest who had them kind of underneath his table, like where nobody was really looking. And I caught them with the corner of my eye and I'm like, oh, are those Laserdiscs? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, how much you want for them? And he's like, oh, it varies, $2 to $5 or whatever. And I said, I'll tell you what, man, I'll buy the whole lot from you if you want. He's like, okay, well, how about $80? And I'm like, how about $60? And you never have to look at this box again or haul it around. And he's like, all right, dude, sold. And then he's like, hey, do you by any chance like CEDs, video discs? And I'm like, do you have some? And he's like, I do. They're in my truck, but I'll bring them out tomorrow. This was on a Saturday, first day of the show. If you come back, I'll give you a good deal on those. So I'm like, all right. So that's where I got the CEDs. Anyway, moving on, Rear Window. This is a classic. I have seen this one before. It's a great movie. I love Alfred Hitchcock's movies, and Jimmy Stewart is an awesome actor. So this is a great film, but again, it's one of these that were bent. So let's take a look at this one. Looks like it was sold for $3 at one point. I don't know how bent these are going to be. They might be still playable. But I mean, I got them. I think he had like 50 of them or whatever that I purchased. I don't know how bent that is. It might be okay. It might be okay. I'll probably try these out. But yeah, you can, at the corners, they're really bent because of course there's nothing there to support the corners. It's just pure cardboard. So yeah, that's two. Let's see if we can keep track. I paid $60. I kind of counted. I went through it kind of quickly, and I just made an offer on the whole thing. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't just like a whole bunch of crap. So I don't know exactly how many you purchased, so we'll figure it out at the end. So Lawrence of Arabia. This is an excellent movie that I just saw recently. It'd been one of those, hey, I need to watch this movie. I have a list called movies I need to watch, and this had been on it recently. So it's a very long movie, like 3.5 hours or something like that. So I don't know how many Laserdiscs this is on. I'm not going to be taking, it's 216 minutes. That's 3 hours. What's 3 hours is 180. So 3 hours and 36 minutes. Wow, that's yeah, it's really long. When I saw it, it was over multiple days. But yeah, I just want to see because these are again were near the front. Looks like it's just on 2 discs. That's kind of weird. How did they fit two? Because this is supposed to be, I guess, well, CAV's, yeah, that makes sense actually. Because CAV is 30 minutes aside and CLV is 60 minutes aside, so I'm sure these are CLV. And so that would give us up to 4 hours. So yeah, Lawrence of Arabia, that's another one. My daughters say my videos are way too long and way too boring, and I tell them, well, they're not for you anyway. But I'll try to go a little faster. I'm not going to take them all out. The reason I'm taking those few, the few in the front out is because, again, they looked very bent. At least their jacket looked very bent. So Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, again, an excellent movie. He had a lot of really good movies in that lot. I'm going to take this one out as well, but I'll stop doing that here pretty soon. I just want to see, and I put my fingerprints all over that. But whatever. Oh, there's like, forget my fingerprints. There's a bunch of stuff. A bunch of these are going to have to be cleaned before they go in any player. But yeah, I guess I'm trying to look at it. I know it's not right for the camera, but it's right for my eyes. Here's for the camera. I think it's okay. So maybe I was worried for nothing. I'll have to clean a lot of these. And I'm not going to, I think that's the last one I'm going to look inside, unless it warrants it for whatever reason. Oh, not easy to put back in. So how many we have here? Four so far. I'm gonna have to go a lot faster if this is not gonna be an hour long. What is this? The Three Musketeers, Lana Turner, Gene Kelly. So this is a classic. Yeah, see, when not in use, place video disc in jacket and store in a cool, dry place, not out in the sun in your truck. So yeah, most of these are going to be just kind of standard releases, extended play, which gets you, 60 minutes aside. I doubt I'm going to see any DTS or AC3 stuff or any rare stuff. Blues Brothers, apparently this was $10 at some point. Sun Stereo, that's cool. I don't think it has anything particularly interesting about it. It's just the Blues Brothers, which in and of itself is pretty cool. It's 2 hours and 13 minutes, so it's on 2 discs, side 1, 2, and 3. Alright, next. We'll go faster and faster. We got Blowout. I don't even know what the hell this is, but it's the widescreen edition. What does it say? Hollywood. Minor video static first 3 minutes. So again, laser rot, I'm sure. Whoever had this was pretty meticulous. Like, those are printed out. Unless this came from a video store and they wanted people to know what was up before they brought it back and say, hey, this doesn't work. Okay, so I got a karaoke disc. None of my players have karaoke abilities. I have 3 players, none of them. So I might, I don't know, get one at some point that has karaoke. So let's just go over these real quick. Norwegian Wood, okay. Beatles. Beatles. Rinkara, The Rascals, Freebird. Come Go With Me. Mona Lisa, Nat King Cole. Okay, so it's kind of a variety of old people music. Of course it's old people. I mean, this disc is super old. Couldn't have anything more current than the year it was released. But yeah, a lot of classics. That's kind of cool. Here's your Karaoke Volume 38. So quite a few of those. Okay, I love Christmas movies. Miracle on 34th Street. That's cool. Black and white. Here we have Sleepless in Seattle. Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan. Deluxe widescreen version. What is this one? Breaking Point. Corbin Burnson. You don't really see him lead a whole bunch of movies. Joanna Pacula, I don't even know who that is, and she's got the second billing, and John Glover. I have no idea. The Nazi seduced his mind. She seduced his body. Whoa. Okay. How much was this? Oh my God. APHIS. That's the Air Force and Army. Oh God, what is it? Something exchange. Basically, this is being sold at military bases. APHIS is it's a store that you would only find on military bases or for the military. Yeah, $26. Holy moly, that's crazy. Yeah, I've never even heard of that movie. Nor have I heard of this one. Martin Sheen, Jacqueline Bisset. The Maid. Someone will do anything to sleep with a woman off the suit or whatever. That one looks like whatever. Oh my God. Do you love Andy Garcia? Because if you do, have I got a movie for you. He plays two brothers with one fortune, zero chance they'll share it. Steal big, steal little. Andy Garcia. The only headliner. Widescreen edition. Holy crap. This is also from Aphis. Man, Aphis, Jesus, $36? I hope somebody picked that up in the bargain bin. There's another one I never heard of. What are these? This is from Aphis as well. Relentless 2. I don't even know about Relentless 1. Relentless 2, dead on. The first killer was unpredictable. This one is unstoppable. I have no idea what the hell this is. But it's got digital sound. Alright, it's starting to feel a little like I bought a bunch of dud movies. What is this? Into the Night. Jeff Goldblum, Michelle Pfeiffer. I mean, I recognize both of them, but not this movie. I guess, is this even... This is German. That's kind of cool in and of itself. This is completely... I think it's German. Or Dutch. Or something. Some kind of Scandinavian. I don't know what this is. Oh, Netherlands. So it's got... it's from the Netherlands. Yeah, that would... I just want to check this out just because it's curiosity. Night Moves. I've heard of this one. Who is that? Is that Gene Hackman? Yeah, it is Gene Hackman. He's just Gene Hackman with the stash. Another one from Aphis. Man, Laserdiscs. Dude, $30. $29.95. Maybe I did get a bargain. Total Exposure. Michael Nori, Season is your first name? Season Hubley or Hubley? Jeff Conaway. Jeff Conaway from Greece? Kaniki? 1990, color, 96 minutes, rated R. Don't know. Man, I didn't realize... I mean, I've just been into Laserdisc for a short period of time. I didn't realize that they had such a variety of movies. I mean, obviously they're not just the blockbusters. Devlin, what is this? Lloyd Bridges gets third billing, so he's probably in there for like 10 minutes. Brian Brown, Roma Downey, Lloyd Bridges, Devlin. This, again, from Aphis. Must have come from an army brat or something. $30. God, I really hope that these were just all on clearance and picked them up cheap. Sex, Lies, and Videotape. I remember this one. 1990. I've never seen it. I always wanted to. Now's my chance. So cool. What is this? Paul Newman Blaze. I vaguely remember this. Creator of Bull Durham. So what year is this? It's almost 2 hours long. Almost all of these are extended play because that's how you can get a whole movie on one disc if it's under 2 hours. I don't even know what year this is. Just looking for a year. Touchstone Pictures. Trademark. Fine. Huh. I don't know. It says 1986 he won the Best Actor award, so I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. What, 90, 91? Something like that. I guess it's not that important. Spent too much time on that one. Always. This feels heavy. This has a lot of discs in it. This is extended play, so it's 2 hours and 3 minutes. Well, that sucks. So they got to do 2 discs because it's 3 minutes over 2 hours. They must hate that. Always. Richard Dreyfuss, Holly Hunter, and Joan Goodman. Whatever. Another Laser Karaoke. Volume 27. Got Centerfold. Knocked Out by Paula Abdul. Whip It by Devo. Dream On by Aerosmith. So, kind of mix up older Drive by the Cars, older stuff and current stuff at the time. Roxanne. I remember this one. Steve Martin, Daryl Hannah. I just saw Blade Runner in the movie theater yesterday at Alamo Draft House. Took all 3 daughters. They all wanted to go see it. I explained the plot to them. They were like, yeah, it sounds cool. All but one fell asleep. I can't blame them. It was 10 o'clock at night. And they'd already started school, so they're not used to going to sleep that late anymore. So yeah, this movie, pretty cool. I've seen it before. Here is, wow. When they put the name of the actor bigger than the title, that movie's probably gonna suck. They're really relying on the Pacino name to sell this movie because I've never even heard of it. Ellen Barkin, John Goodman again. Okay. Whatever for that one. I don't even know how many I had. Money Train. I don't know if this came before or after White Men Can't Jump, but I feel like it's after. Because it's like Wesley and Woody back together again. THX a Laserdisc. Master duplicate for optimal video and audio performance. Get on, get out of the way. Alright, there's that. Geez, I got a whole bunch. Remember, I paid $60 for every one of these. $31.95, and they didn't even put on a tag. Is that Carrie Fisher? It is. Sweet Revenge. Taking it's better than getting it. I don't like Carrie Fisher with that short hair. She looked cool with the Leah buns. Legal Eagles. Daryl Hannah again. I don't remember who this. Letterboxed. So far, I don't think unless I've overlooked it, I don't think any of these have been DTS or anything special. I don't even think I've seen a CAD disc yet. What is this? Return to Waterloo, a film by Ray Davies. What is this? Just like documentary on Ray Davies of the Kinks, excuse me. Knicks. Makes his filmmaking debuts, director, writer, and composer, Return to Waterloo. Suspenseful music film is a unique approach to the synthesis of music, video, and cinema. I have to check this one out. I don't know anything about it. Okay, looks like just a documentary on punk music or something. Havana, Robert Redford, Lena Olin. I like that he's got cards. A gambler who's trusted no one, woman who risked everything. These taglines, I mean, they're so corny, but it was like just a sign of the times. A gambler who trusted no one, a woman who risked everything, and a passion that brought them together in the most dangerous city in the world. Sidney Pollack film, Havana. I don't even remember. Oh no, he's playing with looks like shitty dice chips. And I'm sure they're betting $10,000 with like shitty little dice chips. Singin' in the Rain, this one's a classic that I've never seen. So I love newly remastered edition from whenever this was. I love it when I get old like VHS tapes or Laserdiscs or whatever. And it's always, I love it when it's a movie that I've always meant to see and I never have seen. So that's cool. So I'll definitely watch Singin' in the Rain because this is one of those movies that I've always meant to see. So that's cool. Gwyneth Paltrow, Emma. I just saw the JonTron video, the second one where they're talking about Goop and her TV or Netflix series Goop. Gwyneth Paltrow is either really fucking crazy or really fucking shrewd in business because that Goop shit is just like, it seems almost like a cult for rich white people. Really crazy that people buy into that. Fatal Attraction. This one is a classic. What is this? Is that just part of the sleeve? Oh, it's just part of the, I don't think it kind of looks like an autograph with director Adrian Lynn. Maybe it's just meant to look like an autograph. But anyway, director series. Yeah, it is totally, because there it is again. For a minute there, I was like, oh, I got an autographed copy of Fatal Attraction. But no, just part of the packaging. I've way lost track of how many I have. I'm still going through this one set. Malice, Alec Baldwin, a quote, Bill Pullman. Kind of like whatever for that one. Powder, I remember this one. This one has half of the, oh my god, can't remember the name. It's, what's his name? Sean Patrick Flannery. Oh my god, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. With Daryl from The Walking Dead. the Boston brother. They're in Boston. They're Irish. Oh my God. I can't remember the goddamn name. They made a sequel like way later, like 15, 20 years later or something like that nobody saw. Oh my God, it's gonna come to me later. But anyway, Sean Patrick Flanery's in that. The Milagro Beanfield War. I saw this a long time ago. I am Hispanic, and one of my fellow students, or what would you call them? He was. I guess I should call him my roommate, because at one point he was my roommate for a while. He was Hispanic. I was from California, and he was like all about watching the Milagro Beanfield War. So I remember it being good, but I don't really remember too much beyond that. But I remember liking it. But I saw it like one time and never saw it again. Black Beauty. Gosh, I remember this one. I also remember thinking it was boring as shit. I'll probably never watch this. They used to show it on cable all the time as a kid. I'm like, I was supposed to like it because I was a kid, but it was so boring. Speaking of boring, this one's about farmers and baseball. Field of Dreams. I was never a big baseball fan. I was never a big Kevin Costner fan, so I was really not a fan of Field of Dreams. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but it's like a big whatever to me because I don't care. I don't care about the subject matter or the people in it or the director. Libestrom, A Story of Lust, Murder, and Dreams. Well, the tagline is kind of cool. Unrated director's cut contains additional footage not seen in theatrical release. You're trying to tell me this was in the theater at some point? Okay. Who's the star? Kevin Anderson, Pamela Gidley, Kim Novak? Incredibly sexy cast. Sensual lighting and cinematography and an intriguing storyline turned this tale of passion, lust, and murder into one of the most visually stunning, mentally stimulating, sexually charged films of the 90s that I've never heard of, which I can probably add to not everyone, but a good chunk of these. The Out of Towners, Jack Lemmon, being Jack Lemmon, cool. So far, no like big awesome hits for me in this one. The Bridges of Madison County. Right as I say that, no, just kidding. So far, this title has been released only in a pan and scan version on DVD. This laser is widescreen. Huh, okay. So, I'm sure it's been released on widescreen by now. I mean, Bridges of Madison County was a huge book and a huge movie, so I'm kind of surprised that, at least at the time of this printing of this, that it wasn't available widescreen on DVD. Hey, here we go. Finally, a movie that I dig. Trading Places. I love this movie. Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy. One of the greatest comedies of the 80s, at least to me. Such a funny movie. I love watching this around Christmas time. I can argue that this is a Christmas time movie as well. Just like if Die Hard can be a Christmas movie, which I agree it is, I think Trading Places is a Christmas movie too. But yeah, love this movie. And then now we go back to shit I've never heard of. Late for Dinner. That Once in a Time in Romance twice. Oh boy. What is this? Brian Wimmer, Peter Berg, Marsha Gray Harden, Peter Gallagher. Peter Gallagher is the only dude I've heard of. He's probably the most minor of character because it's Peter Gallagher as Bob Freeman. Whatever. A lot of these oh my god, this movie. Lady Hawk. This was on my movies I had to watch list at some point because it was mentioned in Ready Player One. I don't adult action. I don't understand the appeal of this movie. It was, Matthew Broderick was featured more prominently once he had made it big. Rutger Hauer, again, I just saw him in Blade Runner. He was fantastic in Blade Runner. This movie was stupid. Let's leave it at that. I was not a fan. Hey, you know what I need more of? Baseball. Albert Brooks and Brendan Fraser, The Scout. What was that Tom Selleck one? Mr. Baseball or something, where he goes to Japan? All I remember that is he puts their business card in his back pocket and they consider it a big, faux pas. Shame. Who the hell is, what is this? Deborah Furness, winner of Best Actress Seattle. Oh, Best Actress of Seattle Film Festival. Kind of reaching there. I don't even know. It's Deborah Furness, Tony Berry, Simone Buchanan, Jillian Jones. Yeah, Shame takes you on a wild little ride into the heart of the sexual. What's with all the sexual stuff? The result is action-packed, plenty, harrowing, and very satisfying. And I've never heard of it. And we're getting toward the end here, folks. At least of this lot. Patton. This is one that's super famous. Special widescreen edition. That's cool. But I've never... Oh, it's got a... Kariki. It's got a fold-out. I've also never seen this one. I don't know that I'm that interested. It looks kind of boring. Maybe. At least I have the option to, because now I own it. And then the last one from this lot, Look Who's Talking. 2 thumbs up from Siskel and Ebert. Hey, you know what? 3 thumbs up if you count mine, because I actually enjoyed this film. It was fun. It was silly. It was funny. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. It's not like a cinematic masterpiece, but sometimes you just want to see a talking baby and doing funny things and getting people into trouble. So I don't know. I think this is a good time. I'd rather see this than Patton. I'd rather see this twice than Patton once, I think. But okay, we'll take a little break here because that's it for this lot. So let me get into the next lot right after this. Hey guys, I'm actually just going to end this video right now because I spent almost 30 minutes going over those 47 discs in that lot. And the second lot I'm going to talk about actually has more discs than that. So, and by the way, that ended up being about $1.26 for 60 bucks, 47 discs. So even with some questionable movies and some with laser rot clearly because of the description, it's not too bad. So I'm pretty happy with that purchase. But anyway, this next video will have a bunch more Laserdiscs, and I'll probably talk about at least one of the Laserdisc players that I picked up because it came with that second lot. And then after that, I'll make another video for the CED movies, which like nobody, as few people that watch the Laserdisc ones, it'll be even less for the CED ones. And the air conditioning came back on, so awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in part 2 very shortly.